Hello, my name's Sue Hudd. This is my psychic predictions for April 2020. Now, I'm more than likely going to be a bit wobbly and all over the place here because there is so much here that's going on inside of my head. I don't know what to tell you or what's the most important thing right now. But as I said to you back in January, this is going to be a year of mental health and looking after people's health in particular. Well, that's exactly what's going on. Every single one of us, even the sanest people, are acting and behaving quite crazy. But this also is what I did say to you back in January as well, that this is going to be about the truth, and that we were going to be given the biggest lie or being told lies, that we now have to sort of look beyond those lies and see why these changes are coming, why we've been given this bill. The truth is coming out, and the truth will come out really soon. This year, if one thing is for absolute certain, if you try to do things sly and to hurt the bigger population, then it's going to be shown. There's a lot of miscarriages of justice which are going to be cleared up during this year, and it all begins from now. This is actually the beginning of the healing time for us. I don't have so many concerns about the elderly. You have got such a journey, such a purpose in front of you. You're going to have to show us back old ways, the good old times, the things that you've been talking about for many years here and actually boring us senseless a lot of the time. We apologize for it. And now, because of this wisdom, you will be able to work as long as you want to work. You will be asked for your skills and abilities and your knowledge. You'll be able to teach and share. Everybody has a reason for being here, and that's why you've been hanging on for so long. And that's why actually you're our precious commodity at this time. So it's not actually that we're trying to get rid of you. We're actually trying to save the knowledge and information so that you have this journey. Now, in particular, this month in April, I am more worried about the youngsters that depend on technology, because I've been saying now for a little while and things have been building up. But I always think when you're working with spirit, they build things up. They prepare the ground for you. So they don't go in and say, by the way, you're not going to have any technology. You're not going to be able to use things. You're going to have to learn what it's like to communicate and be part of other people's lives. So it is going to be a time here about sharing knowledge and experience and actually feeling like, what am I going to do? I cannot use technology. If you look around and you see everything that has been taken away from us, we're confined to our homes, our general lifestyle. We're panic buying. We're wondering about where we're going to get our medication from. And it's like there's such massive confusion that we're not actually seeing what's going on. So you have to look further than what is going on right at this second. And that's what April is going to deliver to you. So it's going to be the normal things, and I can't believe it, but actually you're going to find silver and gold and metals and precious metals and that are actually going to start going up during April. And you think to yourself, why? Surely the things that should be going up is the food and anything that's associated to it. All of those shares should be going up. But this is a strange time. This is a strange market. This is a very spiritual time, and April brings in the natural karmic law with what we have now made our rules and regulations and our laws. So we're now going to take a bit of a journey. And I have said to you before, every single one of you, with no exceptions, is going to have a spiritual experience. And so maybe having this time, this not having the things that you normally have or that are at your fingertips, are going to make you look at life and see what is more precious. This is about a precious journey. This spiritual experience opens up new awareness inside of us. And I've been talking since the beginning part of the year about great vision, high technology, and doing things here. But a lot of it as well is just spiritual awareness. What is going on? The lies that are going to unfold, that they're going to show you about. So be very wary about rules and laws that get brought in that you're just happy to go along with because you think it's okay now, but you're not looking at the bigger picture, because they can be then swept under the carpet and never end up changing and say, well, they're in, it's a law, it was passed. So be very wary. Now, I've said to you as well that there's going to be plagues of rats and vermin and stuff like that. And now you can see where this is actually coming from. So if we still get bin deliveries or things here to take our rubbish out, you're going to have to make sure you divide up your rubbish and make sure that your recycling is done properly. Otherwise, you will end up finding that little bit of store, that food that you've got, you will find that vermin will be in, and our hygiene, and even though we're all focusing on our hygiene at the moment, will not be in the right way, the right protection. So just be wary of this. This is something that I'm not happy about telling you or even mentioning, and I did do these predictions and that on the 3rd of March. And so this is sort of making me think that things are sort of building up, or they're going to get a lot worse before they actually get better. And I said to you about the youngsters. It is your job, it is your duty not to just protect the children, but show them what knowledge is about, letting them know, make their brains start thinking, and thinking in that way that they can really understand, because there will be a lot of suicides and can't cope with things and can't deal with it, feeling that they're responsible. They're the carriers. They're the youngsters are the ones that are wrapped up in a world of misinformation and genuine information, and they have no idea what is misinformation and what is real. And as this is a time where I absolutely, truly believe, because I believe what the information that I get told, that the TV, BBC, they will be sued for information and information that's being given out. So if this is to come right, then it means that not everything that we see on mainstream is correct as well. So you have to be looking at things here in a lot of detail. Then we look at the rest of the world. And this is where a new community is going. So the UN will not exist the way that it has done. Europe itself will be falling apart. There's going to be like a new Europe, but it isn't just with Europe. It's going to be with China, Italy, USA, UK. They're all going to build a new community, and even Russia. And you're going to be thinking, oh my goodness me, it cannot be. They're our enemies and this is our enemy and we shouldn't be working with them. When actually it is building a new community, because this is the end of the world as we know it. And no, it isn't going to be the biggest and the hugest disasters. It's going to be man-made disasters. It's going to be things here that are pushed to try to keep us vulnerable so that those that rule are still protected, so that you can't get into their worlds. But this is a year of fairness. This is the beginning of what it feels like to have the richest people losing their jobs as well as the poorest people. And who are always going to be the survivors? Those that have had nothing because they've been used to not having anything. So they will become the rulers, the people that make the karmic law, that say it is about fairness. So actually, there's a lot of really positive light that's going to come from this absolutely extraordinary journey. And those people that we laugh at, that we mock, so Trump, Boris, all different people that we look at, heads of states that we laugh at now, we will be then looking at them and saying, well, okay, they were the ones that will allow us and help us on this crazy journey, because you can't get any crazier than the way that this month is actually going to be. So from this month onwards, the UK will never get into an actual war again. It will be about how to maintain and how to get peace. Those people behind the scenes have been talking to countries that we've been falling out with, and we are now going to go into a new order. So it's going to give us new places and new fresh starts, and that it's going to be happening all over the place, which is good. And one of the things that, to be honest, I wasn't really going to mention too much until we get to well into the summertime, but I told you I work in a weird way where I get little bits of information and then it grows and grows and grows. And this sort of finding lost children, paedophile rings next year, and that's why I wasn't going to mention anything until the summertime. It's going to be the biggest trials of what's gone on with young children. The truth will be out there. We will find people or find information about people that have gone missing for a very long time. And those that have tried to cover it up, heads will be falling. And you will end up finding that people that have actually in higher places that have taken their own life will end up then blaming it on the virus that's going around at this moment in time and say this is what they've passed on with, when actually they knew that this ring, this opening up, and people's lives were changing and the truth was going to get out there, that it sort of began to shock. Remember, this year is about shock information. So that's why I said, sit your youngsters down, tell them that things will be all right, tell them that life will live again and things will get better and freer and more excited, rather than them being so scared and thinking, oh my goodness me, what is going to happen next? Because as I said, this is a crazy time. You will find as well those that have been in, and I don't mean physically, have been in bed with the wrong people. You will see them changing their jobs or losing their jobs or giving up, retiring. So remember Nicola Sturgeon, French Prime Minister, German Prime Minister. They will all come out with different things here that all of a sudden change their political view. And they will be gone. Now, France is going to have the most craziest time. They've actually got about a 6-week period. There will be planning and preparing for riots, for difficulties, and they could even break ship. They could break laws. So if there's laws here to keep them in, they will end up going out. They will say enough is enough and we're going to go out. So I'm expecting riots, complications, frustrations, and people saying enough is enough. You still have to be pushed that little bit extra mile. And for some reason, you should be actually quite proud of France because of their belief system and the way they believe in things. So watch for a lot of activities that go in and that are associated with France, and could even find that their leaders, prime ministers, they're the ones that end up going first, because there will be a lot between now and one of my power months, which is going to be June, of saying there's another big detoxing and clearing out coming in around the June time. I'm trying to deliver the messages and that for you, but I also want to keep things here as light as I possibly can and show the good side that's coming out of it. So those that are maintaining and fighting for peace and fairness, there will be a great wave. There will be such, as we would call it in our time, alternative leaders that start popping up. And those that have come in and done the hard work will be the ones that genuinely get the pat on the backs from the nations. We have got leaders that are going on now that will go down in history for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's going to go on for a lot of things. So I did say, and I have been saying since last June, that The National Health will get the biggest injection and change it around that it's ever had. Doctors, nurses, care workers will have this April the biggest rise ever. Well, if you look at all the sacrificing and what they're doing, then this is truly the best pat on the back that we can give them, a better standard of living. But as everybody's living is going to increase, and then this is just one that says, well, okay, we will invent money. Money will appear. Money is no object. And this month we'll see that money is no object. House prices. And those of you that have got a house that's going through at this moment, it's all going to stop. It's going to fall through. People have got too much insecurities until the June period again. And even though I'm saying to you, June is going to be a crazy time, house prices during that time will jump and be all over the place. It's going to be about affordability. And so because of uncertainty, house prices that you think are nearly there and at long last they're going through will just stop, and then you'll have to start all over again. And those, unfortunately, that have been going through a house price sale will probably not get, unless they relaunch it from July time onwards, that they're not going to get the money that they've been offered now. So this is what I call a bit of a backpedaling time. So we got finances which are going to improve and end up improving for everybody. When you have this uncertainty, you'll end up demanding more help, more support, and the governments to save their careers, their jobs will help deliver this. So you're going to get a lot more on that side, which is good. As I said, those of you in manufacturing and that have not been so good and not been so fair, you're going to be trying to find a safe haven, another country. So you will find motoring companies, engineering companies, different companies that will be wanting to disappear and go off somewhere else and be in another country. But I've already told you that we've got negotiations going on, not just us, these other countries as well, the ones that we have not been so happy with or not been able to share things with. We are going to be working alongside them. So they will then end up going into a country or thinking they are and end up getting treated worse. So they cannot escape. There is no escapism. This is about harmony. This is about peace. It's been about what the spiritual circle have been screaming about for decades now, wanting things to be better. This world is about love. It is about sharing. It is about coming together. And some of the most amazing things that people have done, passed on their food when people haven't got anything, they've been bagging up their stuff, that they were saying, oh my goodness me, this is for my survival and I'm giving it to somebody else. So amazing amount of kindness. So we know we've got it in us. We know that we remember how to do these things and how to deliver. So this is about figuring out how to communicate. Now, I seem to be able to lift you up and then I've got to bring you back down again. This is about new laws coming in, including the United States, which you may want to sit there and tremble for a few minutes, but it is about new gun laws and about how it's possible or not possible for people to be able to carry things. Now, I've had a few things that I keep getting flashes, and I did say to you, I get little images and then they build up and they build up and then I get more information about it. And I keep seeing the sea red. I keep seeing tunnels, tubes, and I call them tubes, the barrels of guns, those type of things. So looking at tunnels. And I keep seeing them here being underground. Now, if there is things here that are underground, I also see water gushing through them. So for me, during April, May and June, the earth could be claiming back. It is this detoxing. So those of you that have got tunnels and pipes and stuff here under the ground, I see them falling in and then water being able to flush through it. So it'd be here today and gone tomorrow. So this makes me feel a little bit anxious about what's actually going on. But remember, we are clearing up. We are sorting out. We are preparing ourselves for a new world, a new way of living. This is what we have. We've had ice ages. We've had all different things here that have gone on through many different generations. And now this is our bit. And so as much as it feels like it's really scary now, it's not. Now, I also said that I keep getting 4, 4. And I kept thinking all the time, oh, it's 44, like I would. And I wasn't taking it down into months. And then I was saying, okay, maybe they're saying to me it's the 4th month because they're giving me the 4. And now when I'm getting here, I think it's about the 4th of the 4th. So I think as much as I keep talking here in a 4-monthly period, I do believe that the doors are going to be open for us. You will, during the month of April, you will get a lot of addictions, a lot of people trying to drink more, drugs. There'll be a lot more addictions in that way. So look and protect those that are looking for easy options or easy ways out. Those are the people that we need to sort of care for more. We need to get socializing as much as we possibly can. We need to bring in the happy things and do things here. So for exercise, dance as well as walk, do things here that sort of go through your systems. As I've said to you before, and I feel like, that I shouldn't keep repeating things and that because it becomes more significant as time goes by. And this is much more about charitable things, charitable organizations, people doing good. So loads of songs, loads of people that you wouldn't expect to do songs, they're going to be doing it. They're going to be doing it. And there will be new jobs and new satisfactions for everybody. Those times when you know people, meet people that have worked in factories for years and say, I've got these great ideas. Well, this is going to be the month of ideas, inventions. So the shops, as I said to you earlier on, the shops will be all closing and the main high streets and that will be full of lots of little businesses, and businesses will start because the ideas are exciting. There are some amazing scientists out there because they're going to be working on the bones and the joints and our aches and pains. So there are going to be some miracles that come in to do with health issues that people have been suffering with for a very, very long time. It's a pioneering time. So all of a sudden, the real smart people that have been in mundane jobs, never had the finances, will get opportunities to be able to invent, start up. So your juices should be getting yourself really excited now. And actually, the most positive thing of all, it is baby time. It's baby booming. There's going to be lots of wonderful babies, and maybe it's this trapped in time that's going to bring this. But there will be real excitement and joy about new life and new projects and new skills and new things, and not back into our robotic ways of the way that we used to do things and that in the past. So this is the outcome. This is the journey. This is the natural way. We will no longer be having medication that gives us 100 different side effects. As this year breaks, and even though I'm still sticking to it, that we will end up having to have compulsory around the September time vaccinations and that for all the health stuff and the flus and the colds and the things that have gone on, that they will be saying we need to look after everybody, then we have to start weighing up. Actually, has there been enough changes that is making this for the first time a good vaccination? If there is such a thing, maybe it's going to be offered. So the alternative side of life can match up with the stuff that has been treating us and making us worse rather than making us better. Wow, is this going to be an exciting place to come? Now, I think I've bogged you down with so much, but what I do want to say is keep your eyes open. Look at the prize. Look at what we're going to be having. Look at the changes that are coming in. And please stay as calm as you possibly can. Because if you don't, and those that don't believe in anything are going to get more aggressive, more angry. They're going to think that it's false news, it's negative stuff, and it's going to get crazy. So hang on to your hats and be ready for an amazing journey that will show us the truth. Okay? I will be updating this. I will be giving you some more positive stuff. I will be showing you and telling you more about this. Is going to be one of the most loving and amazing times. And maybe it is because then we have this freedom in the world that we all want to be loving everybody. So I'm expecting not only a baby boom, but I'm expecting commitments and marriages and stuff like that all to come. And these are the type of things that I'm going to update with you. So my name is Sue Hudd. I am a psychic, clairvoyant and medium. If you like this, please subscribe and share and like. If you'd like to have a one-to-one reading with myself, I do phone readings and Skype, but nothing in person as we speak at this moment in time. But I will be doing that in the very near future. Then please go to my website, which is ukclairvoyant.com. Or just put into YouTube or Facebook and just do Susan Hudd or Sue Hudd. Okay, good luck. You won't need it for the future. A lot more talking for next month about new money, new way of working, bitcoins, financial stability, things here that we invent, taxes going. I said to you there was going to be a lot of tax things here. I thought it was just going to be where computers fall down, break, a blip, whatever. But much more exciting news about what we no longer have to deal with in the future. It's looking a lot better. So good luck and thank you very much. Bye-bye.